Good morning, everyone. I'm sure everyone's seen the letter that our leader, Pierre Poilievre, sent to the Finance Minister with respect to the state of the auto industry in Canada on February the 9th. We've seen historic declines in auto manufacturing in Canada from somewhere near 2 million vehicles a year to 1.3 million vehicles a year. We've now seen the closure of facilities and thousands of jobs lost. So we want to talk about some solutions today that Conservatives have for the government with respect to the state of the auto industry in Canada. Number one, we've been consistent in this. They need to take the industrial carbon tax off in Canada. It costs the Canadian steel industry about $500 million a year, and we must be looking at similar numbers for Canadian auto manufacturing, which makes our cars more expensive and more difficult to export around the world. Number two, we have talked about taking the HST off of all Canadian-made vehicles. This in of itself would encourage Canadians to buy those vehicles. It would spur local production and have a great chance of bringing back some of the jobs that we've lost in Canada as a result of the tariffs that Donald Trump has put on our automobiles here in Canada. And talking about the tariffs that Donald Trump has put on our automotive manufacturing here in Canada, can someone please explain to me why, in the face of this trade war, this unjustified trade war that the Americans have put on our auto industry, that we would be giving Canadian tax dollars to subsidize electric vehicles made in the United States? This makes absolutely no sense. So we are calling on the government to not allow a single Canadian taxpayer dollar to subsidize or give a rebate for an electric vehicle that is manufactured in the United States. These are clear, sensible positions that will benefit Canadians and Canadian auto workers. I now want to turn it over to my colleague and friend Arpan Khanna from Oxford, where the Bright Drop factory closed.
Well, thank you, Kyle. What they fail to mention is that all the parts for those cars are made here in Canada. Also they also create some strong areas for the auto sector. Ontario is home to one of the best auto workers in the world. You know, in Oxford County, we have the Toyota plant. And up until recently, we had our Cami GM plant. These are hardworking, tough, highly skilled workers who were the backbone of our community. And the sad news we heard last year with the plant closing has had a devastating effect in our communities. 1,200 workers were laid off. That's 1,200 families being affected. I often hear stories at the Cami plant of couples working together, multi-generations, working side by side on the assembly line. And there's the ripple effect of tens of thousands of spin-off jobs that are being impacted. So these jobs have a major impact in our community. But just last week, they received some more bad news. As the GM payouts started rolling out, the workers opened up their pay stub to notice that over 50% of their payouts were being withheld for taxes. Now you can imagine, in an affordability crisis like we're seeing today, what kind of impact that would have on their families. These workers have called me and told me that it feels like they're being kicked down while they've already been on the floor. They are now struggling to put food on their tables. They're struggling to pay mortgages, rent, and also plan for their kids' summer sports. So this has had a real impact on our community, and that anxiety is felt right across our region.
None of us can plan on
and that is why our leader, Pierre Poilievre, and my colleague, Kyle Seaback, along with other colleagues, are calling on this government to take some action. Our workers need relief right now. They can't wait a year and a half to get some of the money back. They need some help right now. So we're calling on Minister of Finance to pass some measures with a stroke of a pen, help those workers that need help so we could have affordability in the lives of these tremendous workers. We're happy to take any questions you might have.
My question is for any one of you. What have you...
Sorry, don't want to hear it. Oh, we know it's not going to be in your favor. Anyway, thanks for joining us. If you have any comments, suggestions, ideas, thoughts, or cure for this conservative disease, leave them in the comments. Bye-bye.